Hello, y'all. We doing something different, something I ain't done in a long time. And before anybody asks, the rest of the hairs in the back, y'all. I don't want y'all thinking I done went and done started off the new year with a big chop. No, honey. We still got the hair back here, so just want to get that out the way. But we starting off the new year with somewhat of a review. Y'all know typically I don't do, TV reviews, but every now and again certain topics would drive me to do it. And the Mariah and Quad situation for Married to Medicine. Miss Quad, Mariah. Honey, I want them to keep that darn on song come next season. I love that darn on intro. Paige and Dr. Contessa. Dr. Toy? No, not Dr. Toya. She wish, honey. She darn on no, maybe not. She darn on living it up like it's gold and spending darn on Eugene's money with that darn on two-story closet, and then darn on heavily darn on petty ass had to go try to upstage her. And I agree with everybody else. Her darn on closet. Why the hell she need 3 stories? And her shit look like darn on the clearance section of Ross. Now Toya actually looked like a darn on upscale darn on, a mall or some shit up in her darn on closet. You go to darn on Tacky Heavenly's closet, it looking like, the Forever 21 in Fayetteville. But anyways, I ain't doing no full on review, y'all. I ain't doing no full on review. Y'all got plenty other people for that. You got James Caldwell. I think Forrest Watts does the Married to Medicine reviews. Bonnie Blue. I'll leave them down below. But I wanted to touch on the serious subject of the crack cocaine allegations. Okay, so for y'all that don't watch the show, there is 2 characters on there. Both are one was married to a psychiatrist, which was Quad, and then you got one that is Mariah, who is married to, I think Aiden is a emergency physician as well, like Eugene, Toya's husband, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember him being anything, out the box like an anesthesiologist or something like that. And then, of course, Dr. Contessa is, I think, currently a general practitioner. Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie are, OBGYNs. And then you got Dr. Heavenly, who is a dentist. But, Mariah and Toya, they started this shit off last reunion with, Mariah coming out with the accusation of, you know, Quad sleeping with her sister's husband. Now, mind you, the sister and them have been since made up. They were all in Quad's wedding, this, that, and the third, and they were best friends on the first season of the show, Married to Medicine. So all of this was darn going, water under the bridge by the time the show started. But shit got hit the fan at the end of season 1, and now we in the season 6, and the shit got brought back up. Now fast forward to season 7, we continue with the accusation of Quad being a homewrecker. So as a result, Quad retaliated by saying something that's equally, well, actually more worse and defamatory. She accused Mariah of being a crackhead. And this rubbed me some type of way after seeing the negative implications of that, because what we seen this season is Mariah had to go as far as to take a hair follicle sample. And it's like, y'all know that darn gonna irritate me, because y'all know a bitch ain't got that much hair right up in through here. So for to see Mariah having to take chunks out her head shows how committed she was to proving the truth. So she did that. People didn't want to take it seriously. They then regretted it, because it was like, y'all let the accusation of Mariah being a drug addict be out there. And it's not the same thing, because people kept saying, well, Quad threw, Mariah threw a shot and Quad threw a shot. And I'm like, no, those are 2 different shots, because number one, being a home wrecker in some cases is not illegal. Now, I had to do my research, and alienation of affection laws only apply in the state of Hawaii, North Carolina, which is my state, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah. So Quad sleeping with Lake's darn on husband morally was wrong. Especially, but then come to find out there's some accusations that they were darn on engaging in threesomes, to hear to be through the grapevine, allegedly. And that the threesome became a twosome with Lake's husband and Quad starting to have more fun outside of Lake's company. And I'm thinking there might be some truth to that because it's like, bitch, you darn on been accused of sleeping, and we had inklings of this shit since the first season before they even fell out. So I'm thinking that there's actually some validity to the shit because I remember hearing stories through the grapevine about Quad sleeping around with Mariah's Mariah's sister's husband, and this was when they were still friends. So I have a lot more reason to believe Mariah on this one. But it's to be determined whether it was an ongoing threesome that turned into a twosome. I believe it probably was. It was that type of situation, like Mimi with Jocelyn and darn on Stevie J, and then the threesome turned into a twosome. Jocelyn ended up came in as a side chick and then became the main chick, and Mimi was on the outs. I believe that the same thing happened with Lake. Lake brought in darn on Quad, allegedly. They was having a threesome with the husband, and then the husband got with preferred Quad over Lake, and then it was about to be that situation. Turns out the Lake divorced him. They still remained cordial for some time. They kept their distance. Mariah and them were cool, so much so that everybody was invited in the wedding afterwards with, her and Dr. Eugene. Now, fast forward, we got these accusations. Number one, I don't feel too bad for Quad because number one, in this day and age, side chicks are winning. Not to say she is a side chick, but the implications are not the same. Because number one, Jocelyn, we all love the Puerto Rican princess, honey. Matter of fact, I can't wait till tomorrow to tune into Love and Hip Hop, honey. Y'all know I don't like to watch it live. I like to have something to watch in the afternoon time. So I'm going to be watching the Puerto Rican princess make her debut. But we got introduced to her by way of being a side chick. Honey, Scandal lasted 7 seasons on TV. And we got introduced to Kerry Washington's character by way of being the darn on side chick. And then we had a show which I don't know why it even got picked up. But it got picked up for 1 season. And it had to be in my damn state, and they called it The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. So being accused of being a side chick ain't necessarily a bad thing as far as your credit being denied or anything out there. Hell, side chicks out here winning. Meanwhile, accusing somebody of being a drug addict, honey, they ain't never winning, especially when you accusing them of taking crack cocaine. You ain't accused her of no weed or anything. You accuse her of darn on snorting cocaine. And the reason why that is bad because number one, you would think your husband might be involved in, and with him being a doctor, that can darn on, reflect on him badly. And then, I hate to say this, it doesn't help that, Mariah and Aiden, sometimes they do look crackish in looks. I'm just going to say that. It doesn't help that Mariah don't have the best stylist. Her makeup be wrong. The makeup be doing her, like, the makeup be looking good in real life, but she's in that situation where her makeup artists do not know how to properly do makeup and take in consideration the camera quality. And I see this time and time again where they be doing the makeup on the girls and they don't factor in the lighting and how that reflects, like, because Quad, not Quad, but Mariah was looking like, like James Caldwell said, the Tin Man. But it probably wasn't as overbearing in real life. But it looked overbearing to us because I seen Mariah's video and her makeup looks good on her video channel. But mind you, that's when she was in the back of the room and she was under regular lights and she was recording with her phone. Or, just her regular camera. But by the time we sit down on the Bravo couch, now you under all of these darn gone lights intensifying on you, and then you got these professional cameras zooming in. So now it makes you overemphasize. So her makeup artist didn't factor all that in. The makeup looked good for real life, but reflected horribly on TV. So she needed her makeup to be scaled down. But back to the cocaine accusations. Like I said, it didn't help that her makeup wasn't good. Her hair usually is a mess. She had it tamed for the most part this episode. But you know, they do have that crackish look to them. But do I think she's darn gone doing crack? No, I don't. This is one of those situations where the person just looks crackish but don't do crack, and then we got people who don't look crackish and come to find out that they was doing crack. You know, i.e. Whitney, honey. We didn't know Whitney was out there like that for the longest. We damn sure didn't know about Whitney. I did. Not until later on though, but it'd be some people that will fool you, honey. But yeah, that is a very serious accusation to put on somebody. And then my thing is this. It's like, yeah, you was going tit for tat, but it's like, why is you bringing this up now on Mad Day? If you thought she was a show enough crack junkie and there was some validity to this, how come this is now being brought up in season 6? Now y'all can say that I'm at season 7. Y'all No, it was season 6. See, obviously I'm getting confused because they initiated this shit last year and then they brought it into this year. But my thing is this. Y'all been out of y'all friendship now since season 2. And all the girls were heated with Mariah in season 3. For the exception of, I think, Lisa Nicole, which Mariah brought in. So, how come if y'all really wanted her off the show and stuff then, especially when she lost her producer credits and all that, she basically got Shani O'Neal before Shani got in her situation. Mariah done lost her production rights and all that. She just got the executive producer and title only. She got her contract set up in such a way where they can't outright kick her out. But she don't no longer get to make the day-to-day decisions of who stays and who goes. Mariah's in that same situation that now Shani's done got herself put in. So, with that being said, if y'all really wanted to push her out, how come none of this crack issue didn't come up back in season 3, nor season 4? Season 5, y'all wait, you wait until season 6 where she accuses you of darn, which was actually true. I ain't even gonna say a legend on that one. Now you come and try to sue me if you motherfucker want to. Like I said, the darn implication was out there since season 1, bitch. I have some reason to believe that you was out there darn fucking with that darn girl. You was fucking with the girl's husband. My bad. Now that is allegedly whether y'all was in the threesome or not. But Mariah taking crack cocaine, I'm not here for that accusation because it's like the story didn't make sense from my point because Quad said that, you know, Mariah did cocaine in front of her to test her friendship. But Quad, if you wasn't for it and all this, that, and the third, why was y'all still friends for years later until the creation of the show? Because she accusing her of doing this over 10 years ago. But then, you know, fast forward a couple years later, y'all come out with Married to Medicine, you know, Mariah. And then it comes to find out. But we're going to get back to Aiden and what he said about Quad in season 6. But fast forward, you know, 3 years. Married to Medicine comes out. Quad done a recently married Dr. Eugene. Mariah and them is at the wedding. Now, during all this time, you didn't try to convince Mariah to go to a rehab clinic? Because the thing is, when somebody does crack cocaine, that's not just a one-time drug and say, oh, well, I didn't do it no more. When did she go cold turkey? When did she go and seek some treatment? Because you saying that the way she was just casually doing darn on crack cocaine made it seem like she was a seasoned user. Especially when you accused her of being a crack addict, that means that you still had some inclination that she was still an addict. Y'all see how the story flip-flops? Like in season 6, you said she was a cocaine snorting darn on such and such, which means you still have reason to believe that she's doing it in the current. You didn't say, what about you, darn doing crack back in the day? You didn't phrase it in the past tense. You still phrased it in the present tense. So when people say, well, what does it matter that she took a darn test because Quad is accusing her of, doing the drugs over 10 years ago. So, of course, the hair follicle test ain't going to pick that up. I say that's a lie because if you listen carefully, Quad has said multiple times, alluding to the fact that, Mariah is still a crackhead. She flat out said it one time during the episode. And then when she said it at the reunion, talking about your cocaine sniffing on such and such, that means you still have reason to believe that she still was. Because you didn't say, well, what about you on being like Wendy Williams back in the day? That's how you should have phrased it if you was going to say that this is the only time you seen. Because now you trying to backpedal and say, well, I seen her just doing this one time. But Mariah came out and said, you was going, you accused, you threw out an accusation of producers also seeing her. So you see how the story changing. And then she didn't debunk Mariah's statement though. Mariah sat there on the reunion and said, well, what about when you threw out the accusations that the producers saw me have crack cocaine residue underneath my nose? Now, once again, Married to Medicine came out 7 years ago. Story ain't adding up. Now, first you said you seen her do the crack cocaine 10 years ago. And then she was testing your friendship to see if you didn't mind her doing crack in front of you. And then you said, no, I don't do that. I don't want to do that. So y'all still remain cool. At no point in time did you encourage her to go to a rehab. So you're basically enabling the problem, if this was true. And then now you're using this on Mad Day, which I will feel some type of way, especially during the height of, the opiate epidemic, in which, white people are given sanctuary cities and shit. And, everybody's so quick to come down on Mariah, but y'all ain't looking at the larger implication of this. Even if Mariah was a former crack addict, why is we demonizing somebody who's clearly recovered? Y'all don't see the hypocrisy? So we saying that crackheads can't never be redeemable? Honey, do you not know how much I would love for some of these current crackheads I deal with to be able to be in a position to say that they 10 years sober? Honey, these motherfuckers can't even get 10 days sober. And y'all saying that Mariah, last time she done allegedly took a crack rock is 10 years ago? So somebody's going to be forever held by that standard of 10 years ago? But white people, they can still be shooting up heroin to this day. And, if they overdose, regular citizens are encouraged to, carry Narcan around. And cops got Narcan on hand, this, that, and the third. You got sanctuary cities that provide, designated shoot-up spaces for darn gone heroin addicts. But a black person who is in Mariah's age bracket, who could have fell victim to the crack cocaine epidemic, which was done by systematic design to destabilize the black community and to keep us in an economically depressed state and to keep us depressed overall as a people. And, because crack not only affects the person physically, but it also affects, what's the word I'm looking for? Mentally, I'm just going to use that word. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Psychologically, it affects the family members around them because it's like your actions and all of that. It just affects the family around you. You stealing your children's money to darn go get high, this, that, and the third. You missing darn children functions. You can't get out of bed. Then when you detox, you going through the angry mood swings. You angry at everybody, but you was the one that was up till 6 o'clock in the morning, darn snorting cocaine or tooting crack, whatever your version of it that you was doing. And then when you come down off your high, you mad at everybody in the world. You bitching and complaining about you being broke, but you was the one that went and called the person. And then it's like, I don't understand with this. They don't ever get all they darn stuff at one time. You call the crack man about 10 times. crack man's darn on smart enough to just park down the street because he already know within 20 minutes you about to call him again, honey. So for 2 hours they just stay at the end of the street because they know that you about to just call them and turn them right back around. You always say you just gonna do one, and then next thing you know, you done blew through $200, $300, $400. That's the routine of addicts. So somebody who overcomes that, shouldn't that be a cause for celebration, not a cause to tear a woman down? Especially a woman who then created a show for which you to be on for you to get a coin, honey. Now she might not have control of the shit now, but Mariah was the one that pitched the show for all y'all to be able to have a platform and to be able to spread y'all stuff. Yes, some of y'all was successful before this shit, i.e. Dr. Jackie, but all y'all got some more coins to be able to get the houses and stuff that y'all got now, thanks by way of darn on Mariah with her alleged darn on booger sugar ass. So regardless of what she was doing, she helped pave the way for all y'all. But we're going to demonize her for something that you said was 10 years ago. After you backpedal, because you were up to this point, you was consistent on saying that she was still a crackhead. Because if you listen to throughout the season, Toya said that the drug test went back so many years. And I was like, okay, what am I missing? Because why would Toya say that if Quad was saying that, she seen it 10 years ago? Obviously, the drug test would not go back over 10 years. And then I say, something is left out of the editing room. So, like, something got spliced. Because y'all know how this works. Like, they don't show us everything. Like, they splice. Even when you're thinking that people is talking in real time, sometimes it's not fully real time. Like, they will splice a conversation up where it makes it seem like that person is saying something within just 2 minutes. But the conversation was really like a half hour. And then come to find out that the conversations were indeed longer. Like even with the Ramadan, with the late calling out Quad, and that was like 5 minutes out of a 3-hour, Ramadan fest. Now, of course, they can't show all the 3 hours within an hour show. But still, it's like I can see why Mariah was pissed off on, well, y'all decided to focus only on that negative bit right there. Now, granted, Lake didn't need to bring up, Quad at all during none of the 3 hours. But she did. And then, Mariah, you encouraged it. You got to own up to it. But at the same time, Quad been talking shit about Mariah. So I ain't like that double standard. I'm seeing that there is clearly a double standard against Mariah. And I don't like the shit. Because once again, y'all all got on her about Quad, about what Lake and darn Shoe Lucy said at the Ramadan. But Quad was darn still taking pot shots throughout the whole darn not the reunion, but the damn season. And now we on this crack cocaine accusation. But like I said, you the friend though, they ain't never took your darn crack-headed friend to the darn rehab. Take me to rehab for my disease. Damn, it's my favorite drug. Honey, shout out to Rihanna. Honey, darn you ain't take darn your darn best boot thing, your good goody Judy to the rehab. At no point in time during y'all friendship. Hell, with friends like you, who the fuck means enemies? You want to see me darn just fall. You just gotta stand there and watch me burn. It's alright, cause I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. Honey, everybody just loving the way that darn Quad up here darn lying, honey. Just love the way you lie, bitch. Cause I once again, let it make sense. Darn Mariah so-called a crackhead, but you never encourage your crackheaded friend to go to rehab for my disease. And then this is where Aiden comes in. Another thing that I noticed that people didn't that just went over everybody's head. Did people overlook the meltdown that Aiden had last season when he revealed, and Mariah and darn Lucy was both trying to shut him up because Mariah still has some love for darn on Quad. Because the thing is, at this point, I didn't see why she was trying to shut him up. You should have just let him darn on air out all the shit. But she still had enough decorum to try to shut Aiden up. But she didn't shut him up fast enough where we found out that Quad did not have no money at the time before Married to Medicine and was actually staying with darn going Mariah and darn going Mariah and Aiden. You were staying up in their house rent free up until about time that you got married to Eugene. You got your engagement and shit to Eugene. But before then, they took you in when you was flat broke. But they all types of bitches and bitter and crack cocaine snorting. But you didn't mind, staying at a crackheaded house. And I find it mighty funny that you inside their house, you living in their house, and you didn't see them doing no crack then. Because now your story is you just saw her do it that one time 10 years ago. But it's been confirmed by Aiden during his meltdown that you actually stayed with them right prior to the show coming out. Stuff not adding up. You telling me behind closed doors in their own house, that's the one area where they could get away with doing as much as they want to. You didn't see her do no crack cocaine during any of those times? But up until this point, you was saying that the producers darn on was seeing crack and stuff on her nose. You see how the story once again is flip-flopping? You went from she was still doing crack up until the time Married to Medicine came on. Which means, okay, Married to Medicine been on 7 years. So if she was doing crack during any season of Married to Medicine, shouldn't the hair follicle test pull that up? And once again, yes, the hair follicle test can be skewed in some ways, but let me go ahead and break this shit down to y'all. Talking about, oh, well, the test can't go back that far, this, that, and the third. Let me point out some lies with that. The test can only not detect drugs in two situations. Number one, if the person ain't never done no drugs. And number two, in situations where there's not enough viable hair. Like, let's say if somebody only literally had 3 inches of hair. Yes, a hair follicle test can go back to 7 years, but you actually have to have 7 years worth of hair for it to be able to pull back that far. If you only have 3 months worth of hair on your head, you ain't going to be able to pull back, obviously, 7 years. Now, we get a look at Mariah's hair. And Mariah got doggone mid-back length hair. So it's safe to say that if she grows the typical half an inch per month, she had enough hair on her head to go back at least 7 years. Also factoring in the bleaching and the color and all of that, taking out the natural remaining pigment out of the hair. Yes, that can also skew the results a little bit. But you are still be able to trick, because when it comes to these tests, it's able to distinguish, those types of chemicals. It's able to distinguish the lye if she had a texturizer or a relaxer. I want to believe those are her natural curls, nonetheless, though. But even with bleach ain't nothing but pretty much hydrogen peroxide, honey. It ain't nothing but hydrogen peroxide mixed in with a few other chemicals. So once again, it's able to the test is easily able to distinguish, hair chemicals from darn methamphetamines and other drugs. So with that being said, you saying that the producers was darn seeing the darn powder under her nose, that means the test should have showed some validity that was not true. And with your story changing this many times, I'm still confused why people is more inclined to believe you at this point. I think it's because people just naturally don't like darn Mariah, and y'all want to just take this darn fairy tale bullshit that darn Quad done came up with, and I'm not here for it. Now at the end of the day, both of them was petty. It's like, now Mariah, your ass didn't need to bring up the situation with the darn sister husband. But Quan and Damn Show did not need to take it a step further and get you caught up in some possible legal situations. Especially finding out all that y'all been through with Quad sleeping on your darn on couch when she didn't have a penny to her darn on name. And I'm not saying alleged to that damn shit because your ass didn't deny that shit not one time when darn on Aiden said that damn shit. You didn't darn on debunk none of that damn shit that Aiden darn on spewed out about darn on you was flat broke and sleeping on the motherfucking couch. But come mad day, now you want to throw some darn on salt their way. Girl, bye. I'm not here with darn on Quad and her darn on F-list darn on acting, honey. I can see through it just as clear as damn day. But what are y'all thoughts on this? Like I said, accusing Mariah of being a crackhead. But you didn't never, like I said, you never got her any help. You sat on this information for years. You didn't use it for ammunition nail time during the other season where you was equally pissed off with her. Long before she even made the mention of the infidelity with your sister, but like I said, that was out there since season 1. We been do that shit. Mariah actually darn gone didn't even speak on it for some years. So by the time she done speak on it, she was just basically revealing an alleged revelation, honey. But yeah, her accusing you of something highly immoral is not the same as accusing of something of somebody that is not only illegal, that can get her some jail time because once again, they still got darn on cocaine labeled as a drug. They ain't decriminalized cocaine. They out here decriminalizing heroin. And before y'all think that's the same thing, no. Let me go ahead and give y'all a little education lesson. Darn on heroin is a stimulant. It is in the opiate family. I mean, heroin is a sedative that is in the opiate family, whereas cocaine is a stimulant. So two opposite effects. Cocaine actually gets you high, as in stimulated, and then heroin actually gets you sedated, more in a drowse, state. So both of it has your, mind altered, but in two totally different ways. It does not act the same. Heroin brings you down versus crack cocaine brings you up to a darn high. And since more white people are taking heroin, obviously they decriminalize that, but they still pussyfooting on decriminalizing crack cocaine, though, even though we already know for a fact, and everybody's admitted to it, including the author of the crime bill about the 1994 crime bill, but the drug that destabilized the black community was crack cocaine, which was during the generation of Mariah's upbringing. So once again, I find it wrong that y'all are demonizing somebody who's overcame a drug that was systematically put in the black community to be able to keep y'all down so y'all wouldn't even be in the position of being darn gone married to medicine. But Mariah overcame that allegedly, if she was a crackhead, that it should be applauded that she even managed to overcome that and they're going to turn into an entrepreneur success and create a show for all y'all to thrive and showcase the medicine of darn gone educated black doctors, both male doctors and female doctors. So once again, while you trying to throw salt on her on being a crackhead, honey, Mariah should have flipped it like that. Honey, if I'm a crackhead, I'm still a good one. I'm a crackhead that managed to get you a job. I'm a crackhead that managed to darn gonna showcase black excellence of doctors. I didn't have to be on no. Now, granted, y'all do a little bit of love and hip hop. Now, for the first few years, honey, y'all was actually getting some darn gone fights in because we never thought that a show like this would actually be, where physical contact would happen. So obviously, the security was laissez-faire back in the day. So, love and hip hop is to be expected, but from doctors and doctors' wives, they never thought that there could be some physical fights. So that's why we was able for the longest to get all the physical fights in without security being able to immediately get there because they were so thrown off that they even thought, they never thought they would even have to break up doctors' wives. We seen Toya and Mariah go at it. We seen Quad and Lisa Nicole go at it. We seen several other people try to go at it. Heavenly and who else? Was it Heavenly and Simone that almost got into it? Heavenly and Mariah, with Mariah cracked the glass or whatever. But we also seen Simone go at a couple people verbally and almost physically at times, and then the list just goes on and on. But yeah, for the most part, the show is ultimately more professional than anything. They done calm down the fight scenes over the past, couple seasons. Well, for the most part, they still get into almost. It's about like Real Housewives of Atlanta, where it gets a little confrontational, but it's no more hitting for the most part. They done calm down on the actual physical contact. I think the last physical contact was Quad and darn on Lisa Nicole. Other than that, we've had contestants come close to whooping some ass, but not quite. And then Mariah come close, but not quite. But once again, none of this would be possible if it was not for Miss Mariah. So yeah, while y'all throwing out all the crackhead accusations and not defending her, and y'all feeling the need to be like, well, she don't own the title no more. It's like, once again, with friends like you, who the fuck these enemies? I don't blame her for bringing Lake everywhere around. All y'all remain silent for the most part, for the exception of Toya. But Toya can't really speak too much because she mutually friends with everybody. So that leaves darn on Mariah in an awkward space. So why the hell she can't bring darn on Lake? This still her she darn gonna make this shit. Talking about what she ain't part of the damn group. What the fuck you mean? The bitch created the damn show. She might not have ownership of the show no damn more, but bitch, we ain't gonna darn eradicate her story, baby. Once again, this is her story, baby. HERSTORY. You would never take the title off a bitch. You might strip her of the title, but you would never be able to fully erase her story of who put the show on, bitch. She might not have the credentials anymore, but bitch, she will forever remain the original creator. She will forever remain the inventor of the darn concept married to medicine. So once again, even though she don't have the title no more, she still was the one that made it possible. So it was just several things that pissed me off. The way that they treat Mariah and discredit her, legacy of, creating this show. And then, not to stick up for her with being accused of being a crackhead. And then not even call Quad out on the flip-flopness of the damn story. First, you accusing her of still being a crackhead, but then when the test determines that's a lie, then you talking about, oh, well, it was one time 10 years ago. Okay, well, at what point did she go to rehab? Was it the little bit of time that she was off the show? Is the story going to be where she was in rehab during that time? Which, even if that's the case, shouldn't that still be applauded and not darn on frowned upon? I mean, y'all got to do better. In this day and age where we giving sanctuary cities the white heroin addicts, we're darn demonizing darn black darn crack cocaine survivors who have managed to thrive and beat all the darn odds. So yeah, and then while Mariah was mad at darn the Ramadan, and I understand, they don't, I understand that struggle with the interracial, with her being a black woman, him being an Asian man, and she probably had to deal with some family dynamics with his side of the family and all that, and and then the black stigma with the community of blending cultures. Okay, where was I, y'all? I had to pause real quick. Somebody accidentally knocked on my door, was trying to knock for the neighbor instead. But y'all ain't gonna get me like now. I don't do anything, but my nose constantly darn runs. Y'all ain't gonna be accusing me of no damn booger sugar. I know y'all gonna be like, now Juan, you darn making this darn crack cocaine rant, and your darn nose stay darn running. Bitch, I suffer from Crohn's disease. Don't y'all do me, honey. Don't y'all do me. And it's like, bitch, I gotta have this cheap ass fan on over here to drown out my darn noise with this darn cheap apartment. It's darn 40 some darn degrees. I got a low immune system. Y'all won't do me, honey. I know you saying, well, why? Here you go with your darn on nose. You trying to darn on defend your fellow darn on booger buddy? Y'all won't do me like, y'all ain't about to do me like Mariah. But seriously, on a serious note though, with with the darn on cocaine accusations, it just rubbed me all types of wrong. Because like I said, with my darn on family that haven't overcame it, that won't never, and I hate to say it, but won't amount to shit. They were darn on forever darn on be a slave to the system. Work 40 years to get paid 60% of what you darn on barely surviving off of now. You darn on waiting for a social security check that's only going to be 60% of what you working for. You ain't in surviving off the regular check that you darn on making now. You don't thrive to invest in any type of darn on, stocks or anything of that sort. You don't thrive to be a homeowner or anything like that. But you got this woman who got a mini mansion, got her kids' education darn on secured, and darn on provided so much for darn on black doctors. Provided the story and education of black doctors. That media outlet, that shit is rare. When we darn on see everything else, only thing we see is darn on the foolishness. We see Mona Scott shit. We don't actually see no black positivity. Well, yeah, we see Yandy on, the New York franchise doing a little something. I shouldn't say a little something. She actually is working hard for the kids. But that is it. Everybody else ain't doing shit over there. Every time it's always some darn on little drama. It be more darn on drama than music. Only person over there established is Remy and Papoose. Okay, and Safari a little bit. But what the fuck everybody else do? Same thing for every other darn on franchise. Go to darn on Atlanta, they ain't got Stevie no more. Stevie was the only legitimate darn on music. So, but they do got Spice. I give them that. I forgot Spice is over there. But who else is over there in Atlanta? Go down to darn on Miami. Now, Bobby, I love you, I do. But bitch, what have you actually done? What is actually what we doing? You out here getting beef with darn on Kaya. You out here darn on trying to thirst trap with darn on Little Nas, the baby, and everybody else. I see you getting your flirt on more than your music on lately. And then yes, you got the youth serum, but bitch, you only 3 years older than me. It's like, what the fuck you need a damn youth serum for? And you darn on black. You naturally have darn on collagen in you. And then it's like, you're more like that Bianca Lawson type of light skin. You're not Yvette Carnell. So you can't say the youth serum darn gonna restore some youth to you. It's not like you went from Yvette Carnell to Bianca Lawson. You always had a youthful face. So I'm trying to figure out, like, you selling the youth serum is like me selling dang on tanning lotion. Basically non and void. Like, who's gonna buy tanning lotion for me? And my ass is already the deepest, darkest brown that you can get. So that's what he got going on with the damn youth serum. Amara Negra, yeah, doing good. Trina, already legendary established. Trick Daddy, and but nobody else. Then we go to LA. Then you got the love drama. Like I said, with all this darn on drama and shit, it's so nice and refreshing to actually see upstanding people working within the field of medicine. A legitimate, attainable job for the masses. I mean, granted, still a high-end job that they attain to, but a lot more realistic than somebody making it into the cricket darn on music industry. And then for us to see, black doctors doing their thing and giving back every year on a consistent basis. And then to see that black entrepreneurship with Dr. Jackie expanding her business. Dr. Simone getting out from underneath Dr. Jackie's darn on clinic and getting her own clinic. From darn on Cecil getting into the real estate industry and flipping houses. And also doing the Airbnb on the darn on side. To darn on Dr. Eugene opening up his own emergency ER clinic. I mean, all of this excellent. Darn on then seeing Contessa go back to school to build up on her, showing that it's never too late to darn on add on to your doctorate credentials. All of this darn on medical excellence. And it was all due to the darn gone common darn gone so-called alleged crackhead. So once again, this is a moment to apply Mariah as opposed to darn gonna tear the sister down. So that's my thoughts on that. What are y'all thoughts on the situation? I know it was a little bit all over the place, but this is how the show had me going. Everything was a little bit all over the place. It was so many subjects we had to talk on, from the lack of darn black excellence being notarized on the show, and it would not have been possible with the creator, who they are accusing of being a crack cocaine junkie, but now you're trying to backpedal, and the only crack incident that you saying that you actually saw with your own eyes is from 10 years ago. And then for y'all to say, well, she would be the most viable source because she knows Quad the longest out of anybody, ain't wrong. Not necessarily, because Dr. Simone said she ain't never darn known Mariah to do drugs, and I would think darn Dr. Simone would know more than anybody, considering that that is Mariah's OBGYN in real life. Like, people didn't clock the fact that Simone actually helped Mariah with the birth of her daughter. And how old is Mariah's daughter? I think like 13 at the moment. So we know that there is at least a 14-year relationship with darn Dr. Simone and Mariah. So you telling me that the doctor wouldn't know that there was some crack? Because usually crackheads don't give a damn about being pregnant, and they would have a crack baby. So I would think with tests and shit, Dr. Simone would actually know if there was some actual crack uses, because she's been darn Mariah's OBGYN for darn 14 confirmed years. 14 plus damn years. So once again, nobody didn't darn think about that. Well, what does Dr. Simone thinks about this, considering that Dr. Simone has actually had to do some blood work on darn Mariah, this, that, and the third. So that's why it really hurt Mariah. It's like, well, goddamn, not only is some of y'all my friends, but bitch, you actually my darn OBGYN. I'm actually giving you permission to darn disclose some of my medical records to darn vindicate my name. You should know, Simone, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I'm not a crackhead. You literally darn help me give birth to my darn daughter, but you gonna allow this darn heifer that I helped bring into my house when she didn't have a penny to her name to darn besmirch my darn character? And you want to sit around and let her darn slide with this bullshit? Really? So I can see why she felt some type of way and darn felt like she needed to darn bring Lake into the fold. Like I said, bitch, this her darn show, and she been bringing her family in since the very beginning any damn way. So why is it a motherfucking complaint now? We done seen darn Shoe Lucy and darn once again, shout out to James Caldwell. I think he originated that term, Shoe Lucy. But we done seen Shoe Lucy and darn Lake since the very beginning of the damn show. So just because she started bringing her back around, honey, they ain't darn new. But it's just a problem because y'all are trying to alienate her, boo-boo. But it ain't going to work, honey, because I'm team darn Mariah. And if y'all darn try to X her out, bitch, I'm going to X it out. How the fuck dare you try to darn take out the darn creator who set up this bullshit? Now, darn Mariah be on her petty shit, but I don't think she's done nothing too detrimental. Like, she ain't shiny. She ain't done nothing detrimental that warrants, her being gone. And y'all trying to oust her, I ain't here for the bullshit. Like I said, Mariah has her petty moments, but she ain't been no more of a petty bitch than some of the rest of y'all. Simone's being petty, Contessa being petty with her bullshit. Now, she had some reason, but Contessa put 20 on 10. Y'all can say Buffy's over emotional, but honey, until you darn get struck with a darn autoimmune disease like lupus and then find out that you can't carry your child, honey, don't tell nobody how to motherfucking agree. That's another thing pissed me the fuck off with darn. I guess this is going to turn into a mini review because now I got to get into Contessa's ass. I'm glad that she's able to go back to college and all this, that, and the third, but I was not here for her darn minimizing darn Buffy's pain. Talking about, well, I had 3 miscarriages. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck what you darn had. You got 3 beautiful children. Darn Buffy not got 1. Ooh, that made me want to slap the motherfucking horsehair out of darn contestant's head. Bitch, you been on this shit for 3 seasons, and you ain't got your darn hair together. I understand they ain't paying you as much as the other girls, but bitch, you can afford to at least get some darn RPG show hair. Honey, please go to rpgshow.com. I'll leave the link down below in the description box so you can actually get you some decent hair. You need some darn YouTube recommendations. Go to Miss Muffins is my lovers. Go to Miss Diamond Main. They shit will be down below as well. Some darn black women that can educate you on how to get your wig game together. Bitch, you been on here 3 seasons and you still giving an aunties darn goat lily darn chewing on the horse hair, bitch. But you want the darn talk and try to give some darn tough love. Bitch, give some tough love to your darn wig stylist. Tell them to put some human hair up in that motherfucking head, bitch. Before you darn try to read somebody. You over here darn trying to read and give tough love like you back on the sergeant field. And I'm saying, it was fucked up that Scott put you in that predicament. Because it seemed like that's where you best suited. That you still want to be darn G.I. Jane. You wanted to be the Secretary of the Army, all this, that, and the third. And it did not work out that way. Boo, 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 boo. And I'm not saying that to pick fun. Because Scott was somewhat fucked up for putting the power move on that. And Toya, shut the fuck up, talking about, oh, well, that's how it go. Girl, you is a traditional housewife. You don't do shit but spend Eugene's damn money. You and darn Contessa are 2 totally different personalities. So it's like, you don't get to darn talk about sacrifices from somebody who is naturally a hard worker. And I ain't saying that Toya ain't intelligent because they say she got a darn master's degree in education. But the bitch don't do that. We ain't seen her teacher not near a classroom. So basically that don't matter up to shit compared to somebody who's darn been in the army, who's done been a doctor, who is now trying to expand on her darn doctorate degree. And then nobody ain't said the shit about Jackie. Jackie darn still darn work. Her ass the oldest out of the cast. She's 60 some damn years old. Now wanting to build up her own clinic. Bitch, you should be entering retirement at this age. Now you darn getting your husband out of retirement. Y'all building up the house. Y'all living in the basement in a darn 3-story house. How does that work? You done brought a house that was alright. But because you want things done your way, now you done destroyed the house and revamping shit to the point where y'all living in the basement because y'all done destroyed everything up in the damn house. While also expanding on your doctor's office. But you supposed to be 60 years old. And you don't show no signs of slowing down. Y'all ain't tell darn Dr. Jackie that, but y'all gonna tell Contessa to slow down. And I think her ass is only 42, 43. She already made the hugest sacrifice of giving up her ultimate dream job. But y'all gonna try to throw Contessa her way. But what I didn't like about Contessa though is the fact that she wanted to turn around and give Buffy tough love. But you talking about you got over your grief. Well, bitch, it's easy. I hate to sound insensitive, but it's easy to get over the grief of a miscarriage when you have 3 beautiful children. I'm sure Beyonce done got over the grief of her miscarriages because she got 3 beautiful children. But you don't get to tell somebody who ain't got 1 child, oh, well, I had miscarriages to get over it. Well, you trying to give Miss Buffy one of her children. I mean, one of your children. Who the fuck is you to tell somebody to get over? Like I said, ooh, made me want to slap the pure hay out of Contessa's hair. How much I like Contessa, but she pissed me off this season. She really did. Like I said, I was here for the remaking of Scott and Contessa's union. Scott pissed me off, but it was hard to fully get with Contessa the way that she was doing Buffy. So that's my thoughts on the Buffy and Contessa situation. See, this shit started out with me dressing Quad Mariah. I ended up having to do a review anyway. So I guess this will be my season recap of Married to Medicine. Just a darn gone hot, but darn gone still inspirational mess, and that's why we love it. That's why we love it, love it. We love these darn gone. Oh, we love all these dirty hoes, honey. All they flaws and all. This is why we love Married to Medicine. We love that they give a combination of ratchetness, but that doesn't go too far. It doesn't go to throwing no motherfucking wine bottles. It don't go through the constant darn going threats of, actually throwing water in people's faces and shit all the time, like Evelyn Lozada. It don't go into not nail show, out of all the insults, we ain't heard not one colorist darn go. But then again, most of the cast is dark and hue. I mean, Heavenly is like Taraji P. Henson color. Toya is a brownish shade. Dr. Jackie's like Kiki Palmer's color. Contest about same. So everybody's, but still the colorism could rose with, quad. But ain't nobody did none of that. And then, Mariah's on the lighter brown end of the spectrum. But we ain't dealt with no colorism. Now, we do deal with a lot of classism, but within the way that this show is set up, it's light, fun shade, like it's not really overly malice. A little bit petty with the classism, because all y'all still on the show, all y'all in the same group and frequent the same, y'all got the same company and stuff, so I don't understand, the classism shaming. And then Heavenly's insecure fat ass wanting to call somebody else fat, but bitch, darn on Buffy, you know what? I got darn gonna address this too. This shit's just gonna turn into a full out review. So darn on Heavenly wanting to call Buffy a fat ass, but darn on Buffy darn gonna got a shape for hers though. That's what I wanted somebody else. That's what I wanted Buffy to clap back and say, like, bitch, I'm shapely with mine. I didn't have to get on the table and get lipo. If I decide to lose weight, bitch, it would be on my own accord of darn on pushing it up on the darn on treadmill. You ain't lost weight but 5 minutes from that darn on botched lap band surgery, and you darn gonna want to talk of darn on shit. You done lost weight, but you darn gonna still look ugly. Like darn on, if y'all look at Heavenly shape, I'm just gonna say, bitch, you darn gonna shape like darn on Mrs. Potato Head with a struggle neck. Yo darn on, I don't know what is going on with them dentures or whatever, but the way that teeth, I'm sad if it actually happened, but it looked like she done had a stroke. That darn on neck got her looking like she done had a stroke, and them darn on teeth darn on just look so awkwardly placed in her mouth. It's like, bitch, how your darn on teeth look awkward and you a damn dentist? You supposed to naturally know how to file your darn on shit where your shit don't even look like that. But your darn on teeth darn on looking darn on clockable as day. Honey, you ain't darn on the best walking representation for your darn on business. Girl, boo. Want to talk about darn on Buffy's darn on shape, but we gonna act like you wasn't shaped like a darn on bag of potatoes. Darn on Buffy literally shaped like an oversized brick house. She actually got a little curve to her. She actually got darn on her butt proportionate. She got, she still got some stomach and stuff she can lose. But bitch, she actually at least got somewhat of a shape. Bitch, you was shaped like a darn on botched bag of darn on potatoes. Your shape was anything but darn on heavenly. No wonder your ass so darn on insecure. Darn on don't want Damon to look any darn on way, because by any darn on woman's about better shape than you. The entire cast is a better darn on shape than you, including past people that's been on the show, Lisa Nicole. Everybody darn on shape better than you. Both skinny, the little small frame girls darn on better shape than you. You done lost this darn on weight. You done got you a new set of teeth. You done updated your hairstyle, and bitch, you still look awkward as fuck. You still giving Mrs. Potato Head tease. But you want the darn gon' come for Buffy. Girl, if you don't sit your darn gon' awkward looking ass all the way fuck down. And they want to be up on the darn gon' YouTube giving darn gon' commentary to your own show. Miss Bias much? It's like we already didn't have to deal with enough of your darn gon' antics of being the main cause of dissension throughout the whole motherfucking season. People always like to put this shit on Mariah, but I look at this season, Jackie and Buffy's darn on situation got intensified, wouldn't have got to that point if darn on Dr. Simone wasn't trying to overly push the issue and darn on Heavenly stirring the motherfucking pot. That whole fight in darn on Mexico wouldn't even happen if darn on if Miss darn on Hellfire didn't open her damn mouth, Miss Heavenly. And then you want the darn on still try to stir the pot at the motherfucking reunion. And then you done look like you done pissed off Quad. So you done pissed off Quad. Buffy don't see it for you. Who else? Mariah ain't never seen it for you, really. So that's 3 people right there. Lisa Nicole out, but still don't see it for you. But nobody don't call out. Nobody ain't gonna say Heavenly about your bullshit. And then the Simone, you almost got in a fight with her before y'all made up. You is the common cause of this whole situation and ordeal, but it's everybody else's fault but yours. Miss Darngon secure with her marriage, but you the main one was bitching and complaining about Darngon daddy getting a lap dance by old skinny white girl. You see, Toya wasn't Darngon word, but once again, look at Darngon Toya shape. Another plus size girl, but once again, shaped all in the right places. Toya wasn't the least bit worried, but look at Darngon Toya shape, and look at Darngon Miss Tonka truck shape. One is shaped like Darngon Miss Wagon Honey, where the booty is just right in the right places. One got the camel hump, and one is just shaped like a Darngon truck. One is shaped like a brick house, and one is shaped just like a brick. You got brick shaped Heavenly, you got brick house Toya. You got curves, and then you got just lumps with Darngon Hellfire. Honey, you need to replace that Darngon Creole high yellow Darngon therapist that you got. Go to Darngon Dr. Sherry. Cause Darngon Mr. Dr. Darngon I don't even know what to call him. He looks like that Darngon doll. What's that movie called? The Conjuring or whatever. I look at him, I say, I don't know if he's the Darngon son of Chucky that grew up, or if he's that Darngon weird doll on the Conjuring or some shit. But that Darngon Creole looking doctor that was that Heavenly was going to, honey, obviously the doctor ain't work, because here you is still being a Darngon ratchet bitch. But at the end of the day, we love it, and we're going to be tuning in to Darngon Season 8. I look forward to it. I ain't giving up on it as long as my girl Mariah is still there. And you know the rest of the girls. And then it seems like we're about to be adding somebody else. In addition to, hopefully, Buffy. I think Buffy makes for good TV around here. Everybody else was talking about she was doing too much. Honey, y'all need to go sit the fuck down. I think Buffy needs to come on into the group. She got a connection with Dr. Simone. And she can hold her own for the most part, especially now being introduced into the TV. I think the second season she'll be a little bit more comfortable, because everybody's a little bit awkward in their first season. Y'all darn gonna getting on her because it's season 7. But y'all got that, like, y'all act like all the other girls wasn't awkward during their first season too, so give Buffy a chance. But I think they're gonna add one more person. I think for the sake of the show, they might add somebody ethnically ambiguous. So they might go ahead and throw in like another Lisa Nicole like person, somebody very racially, ambiguous to throw in the mix. Now, since both shows at this point has survived with being an all brown skin cast, I don't know why we need a token white person at this point. Now, they both started off with white people in the groups. Housewives of Atlanta started off with the, Zosie clan, honey. The darn beard shits. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about that darn awkward darn bitch, honey. Got your, ooh. That she just so ugly and awkward to even look at, honey. But we ain't even going to even talk about darn the zizzard shits, honey. Darn look like darn chitlins, honey. Ugh. Like I said, let's move off of that. We started off with Chitlins off of Miss Kim Chitlins off of Atlanta. Then we had Karen on, the Atlanta franchise on Married to Medicine. I don't know why y'all just don't bring Karen ass back. Y'all on the darn search. Well, hell, what the hell Karen doing? If we're gonna bring back a white girl to the mix, it might as well be a white. It might as well be authentic. Like, don't bring nobody in for the sake of tokenism. It's like, if you're gonna bring in a white chick, let it be somebody that the girls already know. And all the day one girls know about Karen. And so I would think that would be an interesting dynamic to bring Karen back into the fold if you want to bring in a white sister. But other than that, let's keep it brown skin girls. Dun, 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 dun. Bitch, I don't see y'all darn gonna bring in no token black girl for none of the other damn shows. I don't think I've seen one black chick throwing out the entire history of darn gone Real Housewives of New Jersey. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think they might got a token black girl down in their new franchise of Texas. I only seen a couple episodes. I seen like 2 episodes of season 1, and that's it. The rest of the season was on my DVR, but y'all know I done since turned my DVRs in, and I just got the Spectrum app, so I might go and search to see that shit. Oh shit, I forgot I no longer have it on my. I had to, watch, Bravo online. But I'm gonna see if they have a brown. I think they have just one brown skinned girl on, Texas. But I don't think they have ever had a brown skin or black sister on Orange County. And then I think it's another show as well that don't have a black cast, and ain't never had one. So it's like, if you can have all white cast over here, bitch, we can have all black cast over here, and it ain't nothing darn gone racist, honey. Cause we actually generally started off with a white sister on our shit, and so it what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Y'all can have all white excellence, and once again, if it works, it works. Because if you just generally don't have no black people that you hang with, then ain't nothing necessarily racist about that. But I just think it will feel awkward just to bring a black sister in out the blue just for the sake of affirmative action. So just like you don't have no black sister that will, like, who you gonna bring on in New Jersey? Now that I think about it, Miss Garcelle Bivot, y'all know Miss Fancy, honey, from darn on Jamie Foxx show. Miss Bivot is supposed to be on one of those franchises. So I spoke too soon. Before somebody go down in the comment section. Now that I think about it, Miss Bivot is going to be on, I think she's either going to be on New Jersey or Orange County. I got to check to see where Miss Bivot is going to be on. But other than Miss Bivot, it's like, even without her, it was doing good with all the white sisters. Now, they done said that y'all trying to denounce all the old. Now, I don't like that shit. Y'all darn gonna trying to get rid of all the OGs. And that's another thing we need to talk about, but that'll be another video. They trying to get rid of all the motherfucking OGs. They done trying to exit out Mariah. They trying to exit out darn on Lenithia Leaks, honey. They trying to, I think they say they tried to get rid of Teresa one time. And then darn on Vicky, they done got rid of her. And then another OG sister from the shit. I don't like that motherfucking shit. Honey, why y'all trying to practice this ageism? I understand y'all got to keep some youthfulness in as well, but let's not kick out our darn older folks. If Dr. Jackie is 60 years old and can still go strong, honey, Nene damn show is going strong. She's the reigning queen. Why y'all trying to kick her out? Now, I don't agree with the bitch half the time. But honey, doggone Real Housewives of Atlanta granted that the show will still survive, but still offer the premise that she is the day one. Unless she wants to go, I don't feel like y'all should be forcing people who started off their season to be kicked out. Like, I don't agree with that bullshit at all. So yeah, with all this doggone rumor of Nene being kicked to the curb and all the other ones who started they darn on franchises, Teresa, Vicky, Mariah. Honey, I don't like that motherfucking shit. And then people talking about bringing in fresh new faces. The fuck you mean bringing in fresh new faces? You can have the fresh faces and the old face. Honey, Real Housewives of Potomac does it darn well. Another show I like. You got Karen, who's 56? Giselle, she looked 56 in the neck, but she's about 43, 44. I wish Sharice, we understand you didn't want to go through your divorce on camera, but bitch, your divorce been over for years. Now get your ass back in front of the damn camera. Now that's what one bitch I would love to see back. Honey, bring Sharice back to the damn fold on Real Housewives of Potomac, bitch. Bring her back to the fold. But you got Ashley, who's young, 33, 34. You got Monique, who looks young. She's 36, though. Um, Candace is the youngest, actually. I think she's just 31. So you got a fresh, youthful audience there mixed in with a more mature audience of girls. So it's like we see that formula works. And then it's like Real Housewives Atlanta is a very large age range difference. From, some of the girls being in their 50s, some being in their 40s. Candy being in her 40s. Kenya is well near the tail end of 50. Kenya, Nene, Cynthia are all in the darn same. Now, what shocked the fuck out of me is I thought Marlo was up there too. Turned out Marlo is only about 42, 43. I was like, bitch, ooh. A hard knock life for us. Shit. No shade. The bitch can address. But honey, am I the only one who thought darn Marlo was up there with her darn lookalike Naomi Campbell? Honey, you look good, bitch. You look good, bitch. Bum bum bum. You look good, bitch. Heels, where's the heels? What's darn Mama D's darn song? In that order. In that order. In that order. I put on my heels in my flats. Don't forget about the wedges, the lips, the brows. Don't forget about the wedges. Bitch be dressing the fuck off, but I thought she was darn her and Mama D was about 5 years apart. I ain't know the bitch was only 42, 43. Honey, I learned that darn Marla was on the younger end of 40. She's closer to Candy's age than she is to Nene's age. I was like, ooh, child. Yeah, bitch don't snatch my edges on that. No, I know my darn edges, my darn whole piece gone right here. So if Marlo come across this, bitch, don't read me. I'll read my own self before you try to darn throw a clap back at me, ho. I know I'm missing my darn frontal. But another thing, I'm a poor bitch though for the murder. Why has your ass been on this show since season 4? And you done came out with a wig line, girl. And that wig line looked like it was just a step up from Party City. No God, honey. No one of the girls of Kenya. A bitch can do so edge control. Girl, I need the edge control for all of this right here. So it's like, honey, fuck that darn wigs that's darn that would contribute to the loss, honey. Darn Kenya. Go ahead and send your girl some PR. I got a main channel that got twice as many subscriber count as this. Honey, I will review your whole line. I'm a medical esthetician. I give my doggone professional opinion. Honey, go ahead and send some of that doggone edge control along with the shampoo and the repair, the treatment my way, honey. But darn Miss darn struggle wig, honey. Them wigs were not it, honey. I don't understand these celebrities got all these coins, but they don't be looking at the girls on YouTube to know where to get the actual wigs. Because they got the money for it, but then they be coming out with these lines and shit. Now, Portia's line is actually cute. Portia actually got it right. But darn Marlo, girl, the wig calling is not where it's at. You should have did a fashion line before a wig line, bitch. Your fashions be on it, but your wigs ain't never been in, bitch. Darn Eva the Diva, best of believer, was right. She don't be remembering her darn reads. She be like an all-timers person when it comes to her darn reads. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, bitch, you said that. With your darn colorist ass. But darn she was right on that darn wig, though. Your wigs don't be it, bitch. But we still love your darn ass too. Honey, I would enjoy if they finally darn made Marlo a darn peach, honey. Marlo done survived longer than some of the bitches who have been peach holders. But yeah, that's my end of all this, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. See, it turned out to be a video starting out with Mariah and Quad, and then we done went all the way into a full-out review of not one but 2 shows, hell, several shows, giving my thoughts on the Housewives and Married to Medicine franchise overall. My thoughts on Real Housewives of Atlanta and they current and past shenanigans. And I look forward to looking at season 2 of Married to Medicine LA. That was my show. I was scared that they wasn't bringing it back for a moment. But it looked like two of my girls are not coming back. Dr. Noel, um, I think I forgot what her branches was, but I think she was a plastic surgeon. The one that looks like, they got the red hair, uh, mixish looking. I think she's half white, half black. Um, but yeah, she's not coming back. And then my girl, who done the soap operas, she's not coming back. And I seen her episode when she was a guest feature on Days of Our Lives. Y'all know that's my soap opera. I seen when she played the reporter and she was trying to get an exclusive from, Mayor Jack Devereaux back when he was still married to Eve. And now they done broke up and all that shit with he came, they got Dr. Rolf and they done created the memory serum, the soap opera shit where we can darn gonna take people's memories and transplant them into another person, the General Hospital storyline. But on Days of Our Lives, he done lost his memory. He was presumed dead along with half of other Salem. And due to this mad scientist, everybody done been brought back from the dead. Honey, I'm surprised darn Eve ain't darn ran into Dr. Roth to bring Paige back. She boo-hooing and crying over darn being killing her daughter back when he was the necktie killer. But it's like everybody else done got brought back to life. You got darn Miss darn stepdaughter. She done been brought back for the upteenth time, Miss Phoenix. I can't think of her name right now. But the daughter of darn Stefano DeMera, she's darn being brought back. The darn try to harass and get a baby with darn Brady Black. Then Will got brought back to life. Sammy was hysterical. They done brought her ass back and all that temporarily. Lucas, he done stopped drinking and done sobered up soon as his son done resurrected from the dead. And then you got Susan Banks' ass that come in every now and again. She was darn raising darn Will as if he was EJ. And who else done came back? Xander Cook was supposed to be dead. Nicole supposed to be dead, but Stefano's daughter, I don't know why I can't think of the character's name at the moment. But Christian DeMera, that's who it is. Christian was paraded in a freaky mask that can make her look and sound directly like Nicole. Then turns to find out the reason why she was able to portray Nicole so well is because Nicole is actually alive after all. So everybody thought Nicole came back from the dead to find out that it was Christian in a freaky mask pretending to be Nicole. And then, as a way to get out of jail for all the crimes, only in soap opera land can you commit murder. Try to shoot somebody dead. You nearly tried to shoot Dr. Melena Evans dead. You nearly darn left several people in the basement to die. You were responsible for multiple kidnappings, including the kidnapping of a baby, and darn faking the death of a baby, along with extortion and all these other crimes, and you're able to get a full-out immunity deal for simply providing the whereabouts of one of the people that they thought that you killed. So we're just going to ignore all the other people that you attempted to kill and actually have gone through with killing all this, because you don't provide it for this one person in the baby. Only in darn soap opera land can this type of shit happen. And now y'all done got my darn soap opera review on top of this. If y'all want a little bit more TV episodes of what your girl like, I watch everything. Y'all see I'm well-rounded, honey. This show started off with talking about Quad and Mariah's antics. Then we went into the full-on review of Married to Medicine. Then we branched off into the Housewives franchise. We brought it back with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then we went to Potomac. Then we went and ended the shit off with the soap operas. So y'all see your girl look at a little bit of everything. And also tomorrow I will be watching the motherfucking The Haves and the Have-Nots. Y'all thought I was joking. I told y'all I watch everything, bitch. I'm watching Love and Hip Hop, both the New York and the Miami franchises. I watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta. I watch my darn Married to Medicine, both franchises. I watch the Potomac Girls. I watch the Have and Have Not. Now I don't watch all the other shit he got. I haven't seen the Oval and all that. I'm still playing catch up. I'm 3 months behind on And you know, I was 6 months behind on both, so I'm working it down, honey. I done found the website to catch up on my soaps, so I'm still about 2 months behind on Days and 3 months behind on General Hospital. Once I get caught up on that, then I start looking at the Oval and you know the other show that he got going on, and then I think Ava DuVernay is coming out with something else. And then by the time I catch up with that, then Queen Sugar will come around. Once again, a girl watches everything. So if y'all want me to start doing some reviews, honey, y'all definitely leave it down in the comment section because I don't miss shit when it comes to TV. Y'all know I'm a Capricorn that's a hermit, so I stay watching everything. So if y'all want me to do some reviews, y'all tell me what type of shows y'all want me to do, and I give my best attempt at it. Now I ain't promising that I can be as out there like James and them when it comes to reviews, but I give it my best shot. So y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. But most importantly, y'all tell me y'all thoughts about the quad situation and about the crack cocaine accusations. What do y'all think? Thoughts on the double standards of crackheads being treated compared to people who suffer from heroin addiction? You know, you got sanctuary cities from them, and then you know we demonize ours over here. So that's the main discussion. But I'll leave the questions in the pinned section of the comments down below. Thumbs up. Feel free to share and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.